Dear travelers of the soul, welcome to this extraordinary journey of self-discovery, guided by the profound wisdom of the mystical philosopher George Ivanovich Gurdjieff, who, at the turn of the 18 and 1900s, illuminated the path of many seekers. We will explore his famous metaphor of the carriage, a vital key to understanding the complexity of our being. Imagine a dusty road winding through a changing landscape, sometimes harsh and rocky, other times gentle and green. On this road, an elegant yet weather-worn carriage makes its way. This is the carriage of your life, a unique and unrepeatable vehicle forged by your experiences and your dreams. The carriage itself, with its sturdy frame marked by the scars of time, represents your physical body. Notice how it creaks with every bump, how it stoically endures the elements, but also how it shines under the sun when well cared for. Just like your body, it requires constant attention, nourishment, and rest to function at its best. Now turn your gaze to the powerful horses pulling this carriage. There are 4 majestic steeds, each with a unique and complex personality. It is not their color that sets them apart, but their nature, their temperament, the way they move and react. The first horse is fiery and impetuous. You see it pawing the ground impatiently, ready to bolt at the slightest signal. Its eyes blaze with inner fire, and its neigh is as powerful as thunder. This is the horse of passion and anger, capable of extraordinary surges, but also of dangerous outbursts. The second horse always seems on the verge of retreat. Its eyes are wide open, alert, constantly scanning the horizon for danger. Its ears twitch nervously, picking up even the faintest sound. This is the horse of fear and anxiety, always ready to flee or freeze in the face of challenges. The third horse moves with a slow and heavy gait. Its head hangs low, as if bearing an invisible burden on its shoulders. Its gaze is cast downward, and its neigh is more like a sigh. This is the horse of sadness and melancholy, slowing the pace of the carriage with its gloomy mood. The last horse seems more to dance than to walk. Its steps are light, almost bouncing, and its neigh sounds like joyful laughter. Its eyes sparkle with excitement, and it seems constantly ready to leap into a festive gallop. This is the horse of joy and enthusiasm, capable of making the carriage fly when free to express itself. These emotional horses are the driving force behind your life carriage. At times they gallop in unison. At others, they dig in their heels or pull in opposing directions. On the driver's seat, we find a figure with a confused and distracted expression. This is your intellect, the rational mind. It holds the reins, but often seems unsure how to use them. You can see it scanning the road ahead, trying to decide which direction to take. Sometimes it pulls the reins decisively, other times it loosens them, allowing the horses to choose the path. And inside the carriage, here lies the passenger deeply asleep on velvet cushions. This is your true self, the essence of your soul. Notice how serene its face is, unaware of the turmoil around it. From time to time it stirs in its sleep as if about to awaken, but then falls back into deep slumber. The carriage continues along the road of life, jolting and swaying. Sometimes it moves swiftly, pulled by the impulse of the emotion horses. Other times it slows down almost to a stop when the coachman mind is paralyzed by indecision or when the horses dig in their heels. Watch how the carriage faces a steep climb. The horse of anger neighs fiercely, pulling with all its strength. The horse of fear, on the other hand, freezes, terrified by the slope. The horse of sadness advances with heavy steps, as if carrying the weight of the world on its back. The horse of joy tries to gallop, but is held back by the others. The coachman mind, confused, pulls the reins in all directions, unsure how to proceed. And the passenger soul, still asleep, unaware of the struggle unfolding outside. Suddenly the carriage reaches a crossroads. One road leads into a dark, threatening forest. The other opens onto a sunlit meadow. The emotion horses, agitated, each pull in the direction that most attracts them. The coachman mind, overwhelmed by the situation, loses grip on the reins. Without guidance, the carriage swerves dangerously, teetering between the two paths. The wheels bite into the rough edge of the road, sending violent jolts through the vehicle. A deafening symphony of creaks, groans, and thuds fills the air as the carriage bounces wildly over the uneven terrain. It is at this critical moment that the passenger soul awakens for an instant. With a single calm but decisive gesture, the passenger points the way. The coachman, as if awakened from a long dream, grabs the reins with renewed clarity. The horses, sensing a new energy, align and begin to gallop in unison. For a brief, magnificent moment, the carriage moves in perfect harmony. The body carriage flows gracefully, the emotion horses gallop with controlled power, the coachman mind steers with confidence, and the passenger soul is fully awake and aware. This is Gurdjieff's vision, a fully integrated human being where all parts work in harmony under the guidance of awakened consciousness. Think about how many times you've made important decisions without true awareness. Maybe you chose a job to please your parents or jumped into a relationship driven only by physical attraction without listening to the voice of your deeper essence. These are the moments when the emotion horses run wild, the coachman mind is disoriented, and the passenger soul sleeps deeply. But there is hope. Gurdjieff teaches us that we can awaken, take the reins of our life, and consciously guide our carriage. Here are some practical steps to begin this process of awakening. Practice self-observation. Start observing your thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judging them. It's as if the passenger begins to awaken and looks out the window, noticing the surrounding landscape for the very first time. Cultivate presence. When you find yourself in emotionally intense situations, take a deep breath and try to be fully present. Imagine gently pulling the reins of the emotion horses, not to suppress them, but to guide them with wisdom. Challenge your automatisms. The next time you catch yourself reacting in a habitual way, pause. Ask yourself, is this really the response I want to give, or am I just repeating an old pattern? It's like the coachman mind waking from his slumber and beginning to steer with intention. Practice meditation. Dedicate time each day to inner silence. This allows the passenger soul to rise from sleep and communicate with the other parts of you. Act with intention. Before making important decisions, connect with your deepest essence. Ask yourself, what does my soul truly want? Let it be the passenger who shows the direction to the coachman. Remember, every step toward awareness is a step toward authentic freedom. It's not about repressing emotions or denying the value of the intellect, but about harmonizing all parts of our being under the guidance of our truest self. Imagine how your life would change if, instead of impulsively reacting to criticism, you paused for a moment to observe your reaction, understand the underlying emotion, and choose a wise and compassionate response. Or what it would feel like to face a career decision not based solely on prestige or money, but by deeply listening to what your soul truly longs to create in the world. Gurdjieff left us a map for this extraordinary journey. Now it is up to us to walk the path with courage, patience, and determination. Remember, the true adventure is not in reaching some external destination, but in becoming the true master of your inner carriage. As the carriage continues its journey, remember, you are at once the carriage, the horses, the coachman, and the passenger. Your task is to learn how to orchestrate this complex symphony of elements, guiding your life with awareness and intention. The most important thing is to keep the passenger awake, because if he sleeps, the carriage will be at the mercy of chance. This is what Gurdjieff meant when he spoke of the importance of self-remembering. The road is long, and the path not always easy, but with patience, practice, and perseverance, You can become the true master of your life carriage, leading it toward the destination your soul truly longs for. Are you ready to awaken and take the reins of your life? The journey begins now, and it promises to be the most extraordinary adventure you will ever undertake. Safe travels, soul explorers.